We are on. We are on. We are on. We are on. Just a few moments. Let me get some coffee and water. Testing, testing, testing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Maybe I don't need the fan on. 1, 2, 3. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Let's Paint TV. I am your host. Welcome back for another exciting addition to the process. My process, which is in turn your process here on the program. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Taking your calls. 818-528-4516. 818-528-4516, or you can Skype us, Let's Paint TV. We're going to paint. How about that? Get right into it. We've got a lot of stuff we need to do and a lot of paintings. The more paintings you do, the better chance you got at making a nice painting. It's just the law of averages. It's the famous quote for eventually getting a girlfriend for us guys. It's you just got to keep asking 100 girls and you're bound to get one, or something along those lines. So just keep trying and you'll get something. You get something out of it, and just don't let the rejection, the frustration get to you. You must persevere, and that's why painting is, in many respects, well, it's very similar to life, to your life, to one's life, and it can be. That could be a sad fact. Could be the sad fact of the matter, that our creations are really just reflections or mimics our actual lives. Everything we do is a self-portrait. I've heard it all, and entirely possible. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, we're continuing on with painting some more records covers. I would just do this a couple more days, and then we're going to take a break from that and gear up for fast food paintings, which is coming up live. We'll be live in San Diego on the 31st, is it? I don't have the exact date, but if you go to my letspainttv.com, there is a link to it at Space for Art. Is it the 30th or 31st? I think it's a Saturday night. And I'll be flipping burgers, painting burgers, fast food paintings at fast food prices. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 818-528-4516. Thanks for being here. We shall continue on. I'm just having some coffee, filling my oats, if you will. I didn't have any oatmeal today, but I will be having, or I did actually have, some flaxseed induced cereal. Sort of it's the wheat germ of today. All right, there's the number, 818-528-4516. And we're painting. We're going to paint and record covers. I thought this would be a kind of a silly one, kind of corny. favorites from Spain. Really, well, visually it's kind of interesting, so I got it for that purpose. So let's, without further ado, let's start painting. Well, actually, no. Let's not paint because I got some coffee in my hand, and let's talk. Anything happened in the past day or so that may have been pertinent for your? It's getting hot in here. Let's turn on the fan. Just got to turn on the fan. Okay, we're gonna paint here in a sec. Don't need to talk. Just paint. And I got plenty of things to paint. I shouldn't be talking, but sometimes we need to ease ourselves into the process. We can't just jump in. So that's, I guess, what I'm doing here. But I'm also forcing myself to paint because I'm in front of you all. And I'm not much of a performer. So as such, I resort to painting. And I find my way out of it with the painting process, by painting. And so I guess that's what I'm going to be doing in a sec. Let me get some more coffee in me. Not that I haven't had enough coffee, but for some reason I'm going to have more coffee, I guess. Though I shouldn't be doing this. Should mellow out on the coffee drinking. It's only putting a big ass hole in my stomach. But I like the taste. I think I like the buzz, the little buzz you get from it. Frankly, but then again, I don't like the hole in the stomach. Literally the acid reflux syndrome that can manifest itself even with a bed of flax seed induced cereal that I fortified myself with. But 10, 12 cups of coffee will supersede whatever is in there. We lost someone. We bored him, which is understandable. Yeah, I don't take offense, and I'm waiting for my thumbs down from our favorite mystery secretly hates me, but loves to give me a thumbs down. So obviously checks me out every day. Looking forward to that. 818-528-4516. We are contemplating finishing up this cup of coffee, or maybe we should just put it away. We could spend the whole hour talking about this, but I will will not allow it. I will not allow it. We will keep going here. Jesse, are you doing a live broadcast? No. No, it's not going to be live, Jesse. Sorry. Is that the 31st? Is the 31st of Saturday? I'm almost certain that's the night. I know I'm not. You know, the technicalities of carrying and bringing a bunch of electronic equipment, I'm not a big fan of. I know it's possible. Yes, I know. And I have done that. I've been. We've set up shop in Kansas City for a whole week. And that was fun. But this is just a one-night deal. I find that if you don't, well, to set it up right, you need some time and effort, and I don't have that effort. I don't have the time or the effort. Now, if someone else had the time or effort, that'd be great. You know, you need another studio, basically. You need someone to set up that stuff. I'm not going to do it. I got enough things on my plate. And I found too that when you do the live performances, and in conjunction with the live feed, the feed always becomes secondary because ultimately you really want to play to the live audience. That's your real customer. At least from my experience. Okay, my coffee's just about done here. I'm looking for my thumbs down from my the person that loves to do that, but can't help themselves by keep watching the program. Though, I could be wrong. It could be, I'm almost certain it's the one person, though I'm not really sure. Maybe they are actually each individually one person, but I suspect it's the same person. Now, if you got more than one, if you got more than 2 thumbs down on a project, then on a video, well then maybe there's something to it. But if you just get the one and a consistent one, that means someone just really hates you. I understand why people hate you. There's a lot of hate in this world. I have a lot of hatred. But you just got to step back sometimes, right? I do. I got to step back from that. And we all should, I guess. It's hard, though. I guess that's why we're on this planet to some degree. It's been discussed that many times. That idea that maybe working out our problems, and we ultimately that's what we're doing here on this program, working out our problems in real time. Okay, 818-528-4516. I'm just about done with this cup of coffee here. Now it's like iced coffee. The coffee went from warm. I don't know. Not really sure I want to be drinking iced coffee when I had at the right temperature, but we'll make do with that. Okay, let's get our gloves on and let's start painting. 818-528-4516. I'm going to paint this record here. We painted Barbra Streisand yesterday. We got tons of records to paint. It's an ongoing project, and there's a chance that there is a art gallery that may be showing these, but you can't worry about that when that will happen when it happens. All right. So let's get some paint on that canvas here. Again, this is an old canvas that I don't care about. And this is some paint that I'm putting down. The wrong color paint, by the way, but that will be all right. Let's go ahead and hit up some yellow. And our palette, we're going to probably have to refresh the palette, but that's all right. Get some yellow in the middle there. Maybe some yellow ochre and some yellow. And then it's got the blue on the outside. So and you know what? This has an interesting record. The record itself, it's pretty cool, huh? Look at that. A yellow, weird record. Reminds me of those bowling balls that sometimes they have, the cool colored bowling balls that you might see at the bowling alley. Kind of a surprise to come across that. All right, so I'm gonna do a big circle here, guys. Big brush and simply a circle. That's what I see. Let's do it. Just a big old circle. Here we go. Don't worry about if it's perfect. You could. One could. You could worry about it, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to sweat it. Don't need to sweat this out, man. I mean, we could sweat it out. It's good to sweat it out. I guess. Maybe not. Maybe you don't want to. Maybe you don't want to suffer. There's no point. You don't have to suffer. I prefer not suffering, frankly. I don't know about you. I'm not interested in tormenting myself, particularly with the creative process. It shows up for sure, as in everything in life, the creative process or life in general. But I would like personally to take the easy way out. Who wouldn't? You'd be a fool, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with being a fool, by the way. I would think that most people, though you're not necessarily a fool, but I would assume that I would think 9 times out of 10, unless you're just a sadomasochist, that you can't, you just want to go about it the most impossible way and tormented, suffering succotash, then that would be your prerogative, and you're entitled to that. You're entitled to doing just that. I mean, who's to say what kind? The life you live is up to you. You make it. But for me, I'm always trying to take shortcuts and make it as simple as possible and less stressful, which is really next to impossible. But that's sort of my thought here. Though it doesn't really turn out that way, does it? Does it? But I guess that's the human part. One's abilities to fail. Ultimately, to manifest something that they have no control of because it's out of their hands, because it's all destinated. It's already been planned ahead. Your life. That's a thought. That's just a thought. I don't know. I don't know if I believe that. Though there could be something to it. I don't know. All right, so now I'm kind of working the background here with a little bit. I threw in a little purple with my blue here. We're taking your calls, 818-528-4516. I'm Mr. Let's Paint. Thank you for being here. Looking for my first thumbs down from our friend somewhere who hates us. All right, I guess they're not there today. I don't know. Okay, boom. There is roughly sort of the simplistic approach. It simple. This could be considered a complex image, as a lot of things could be. So just kind of treat it as a simple black and white, circles and shapes, and clearly that's what this is. This is a circle, isn't it? I mean, this is exactly just that. It is a circle. All right, I'm gonna refuel over here. You're not gonna see it, but I guess I could show you somehow me refueling over here. Putting some more paint on my palette. All right, there you go. A little more yellow. Yes, I need some yellow. I need some more red. Let's get some red in there. More red, John. More red. Really, I need it all. I need it all. All right. Some red. There you go. Nice bit of red. Some. Well, I'm just going to have to use all these colors here. Alizarin Crimson. We're going to pop some alizarin. Oh, that's a little too more than I needed, but that's okay. That happens. Sometimes you just push out more paint than you really wanted to. Now, the problem a lot of times people have when they begin painting, a lot of beginners, when you first start off, you don't put enough paint down. You get you're a little chintzy with the amount of paint. I'm in favor of being a little more liberal and putting down more paint on your palette, and in turn putting more paint down on the canvas. But you got to weigh different things here. The waste, and also the price, the potential waste, and for sure the cost of wasting or spending or using so much paint. Those are all valid points, but you can't let that get in your way of the creation or of making things. If that's going to stop you if you're thinking about that. As famously a painting teacher said to me many years ago, I was worried, or someone was worried about the idea that well, I don't have space for these paintings. I'm running out of room. And the woman said, the teacher said, I forget what she said exactly. But basically she said, if you're going to let that stop you, then you're done. You can't worry about where you're going to store the damn thing. Just make it. You got to. It's a psychological dimension that you have to go through that brick wall. That is really an imaginary brick wall. You just have to forget that idea. You can't think so much ahead about where I'm going to put something. Otherwise, you'll never make it. You'll never build it. You'll never create. You'll never fulfill your dreams because you're worried about where you're going to store the damn thing. First of all, you don't even have to worry about that because maybe you can just give it away, which would be kind of crazy, right? Or B, throw it away, or you know, there's always there. You can't figure it all out. We can't figure this all out. Just keep going, guys. Keep going, will you? Okay, as we are doing here, I'm gonna need some more white paint. Okay, more white paint. Let's get some more white paint here on the program. Let's Paint TV. Mr. Let's Paint holding serve here on the program, taking your calls, reading your chats, doing it all. And the last few weeks I've been quite productive with the painting because I see opportunity, and I'm trying to seize opportunity, and AE trying to make a few dollars, since we all need to make a few dollars to survive. And so I guess I'm trying to kill two birds with one stone here. I don't know if this is great TV or not. Frankly, I don't give a damn, frankly, dear. But to some degree I do. I am ever observant towards your happiness, to your I'm aware of it, I guess, to some degree. Now there's a nice little bit of yellow swatch on this side of the circle. All right, so let's just kind of put it in there like that. This might not take a long, some of these, you get the hang of it. Some of these you might not even have to spend forever on, which would be kind of nice, I guess, or not. I don't know. Sometimes you do a painting and you kind of don't want it to stop. I've heard people say that. I don't know. I'm not sure. I never figure that kind of maneuver, that thought, or consider that as like, geez, I had such a great time, I don't want to ever stop painting. Yeah, maybe when you start off you have that feeling. I don't know if I have that feeling as much. I kind of just want. I think I might be thinking, geez, how am I going to finish this and maybe move on to something else? I guess my mind might be thinking. I might be thinking of the next painting while I'm still painting this painting. Not that that's a good or bad thing. There's no right or wrong here, guys. All right, don't feel like whatever you are thinking. As long as you're painting something, and as long as you're dabbling away, you're discovering something. You might be going backwards, and then that's fine. There's nothing wrong with going backwards in what you're doing. Just promise me, will you, that you keep on doing it. You keep on smushing the paint around one way or the other, even if it's ill-conceived or it's misdirected, misaligned. I'm fine with that. I'm still a supporter for you, even though I may not necessarily care for the output. That's just going to be the case no matter what, for the most part. Sounds pretty dire there, but no, it is not. It is not, guys. It is just the reality that we are. My reality. You're just entering my reality ultimately. That's really what it comes down to. Okay, I'm kind of doing a little background stuff here on this creature. And then there's the interesting the red. Okay, let's do the body with all the red. Let's hit the red. This brush kind of sucks. Let me see if I can clean it, which really would benefit in terms of my delivery with the paint. The paint delivery system would be much more appreciative if I were to have a cleaner, less crud on the bristle. But apparently I'm not going to be able to pull that off here today. Let me try another brush. Maybe another brush is a little less funky in that. Yeah, this one's better. Okay, this one has more ounce to the bounce. This one has the little bouncy thing. And that's good and bad, really. But generally speaking, you want to have, I would say, some bounce on that brush. Just in terms of controlling, having better, you tend to have better control. But then again, hello, do we need better control? I would say we'd probably be better off with less control, and accepting the fact that we don't have all the controls. We can benefit from that. Maybe not. Maybe that's the wrong step, wrong direction you want to take. But that's your prerogative. We're totally we're fine with that. I don't have an issue with that. At least not at the moment. In my idealistic mode of thought right now, I love you all. How about that, guys? Okay, here's the red. Now that's looks like I could maybe and we like to go a little darker. That's always a nice trick. So I'm going to add a little bit of alizarin crimson to my red overall, and we can come back in with some lighter stuff. Don't worry about all the wrinkles and the fabric and all that knick-knack stuff as of yet. We're just blocking in, guys. Maybe some of the little moves you got there might stay in the final product, but don't sweat it. Okay, I'm now moved into the body here. This is going to be crucial here to some degree. Crucial moves of sorts. Now I already see that the butt is way over here. So let's bring the butt over here. All right, and bring the jacket, the vest. What do they call these guys? I forget. They have a name, don't they? Okay, let's put his head up here. So we're blocking in. Remember that. He's got his hat there. And that's black. It's a black hat. But we can paint it red for now. I'll make it black more so. And we can fix this. Already there's a lot of structural problems I see that need to be readdressed. But let's put the stuff down anyway, and to see better about what we're, the transitions of what's going on will be our mode of transportation for the time being here. I like those pants. I should get some of those pants. Some of those. I'd like to wear some of those pants. Some of those bowl. What do they call those guys? A matador? Is he a matador? I guess he is a matador. El Matador. It's kind of fun. Maybe not. They kind of look like football pants. That'd be kind of interesting if you were a football team. I would get some pants, and your team was called the Matadors. I would get the pants to look like that with the little emblem on there. It might be a little too feminine looking though, and maybe not macho enough. But I think that would look pretty cool. I'd be just curious to see if one would do that. But there's no professional teams called the Matadors, is there? There are college teams like in one. I know one in particular. Cal State Northridge are the Matadors. They should do that. I believe that would be kind of a neat thing to do. They would get my full support. At least try. You got to try, and if you get ridiculed, so be it. Classic example is Coke, the new Coke. Remember them? They were the laughing stock. Everyone hated them, and then they rebounded, and next thing you know, they are the king of the soda pop world. Soon after, they were probably the kings anyway, but apparently Pepsi at the time was putting on a good fight, and now. Forget it. And there's another little circle up there. Let's put that hat maybe off to the side. blocking in, guys, ultimately is what's happening here. Looking at shapes, color, all that kind of good stuff. I'm not a stickler about correct approaches when it comes to painting. I am just a respond and react kind of guy, and making stuff work just by what you see, what you get. You don't have to get code. You don't have to have any of that structural pain in the ass kind of educational riffraff that you may feel that needs to be instilled in you when it comes to painting or doing anything with the creative arts, any kind of creativity. Guys, just jump in if you can. Can you just do that? Just do some jumping in, will you? That's would be my recommendation here. If you get one thing out of this program, is that you just kind of go for it, as I do here each and every day, Monday through Friday, 11, 12 noon. Okay, back to the painting. Let's get a little close-up. There's a little close-up of it. All right. And the suggestion, guys, the suggestion is a lot of times your best friend when it comes to tackling things. So keep that in mind if you can. Okay, so my brush has got a nice bounce to it, and I'm not going to worry about too much of that stuff. You can kind of get away with stuff too, right? That might not necessarily be in the piece. So keep that in mind. Just because it's not officially what you're seeing, you can leave it as is. Though I guess that's hard to do sometimes. It's hard to keep that in mind when you see like there's a mistake kind of thing. Maybe you're thinking, oh man, this is a mistake. But maybe that mistake is kind of a good thing. That can be a good thing. Could be a good thing. Okay, I'm gonna clean up that edge on that. I'm gonna put the white before I guess I don't have to, but I'm gonna there's a lot of choices here. So let's I'm gonna scrape away the side here and then put a little line of white. And there's that up on the top too. Again, don't worry about the fact that you didn't make enough space for the top part for that white, and you're running out of room, and all that stuff. Don't worry about the structure always. Just, I'd say, hack away and keep plugging away. If you want to hear that, prefer that terminology as opposed to hack. Boy, that brush is beat up next to zero on the frequency level. Okay, this little brush still works good. Okay, so keep basically putting paint down, cleaning. Though you can hack away aimlessly, I guess, and not that there's anything wrong with that, but maybe you're kind of spinning your wheels, which again, not that that's a right or wrong, but maybe you want to be a little more efficient with what's what you're trying to do, and I guess in my case I am trying to pull that off, be a little more efficient with the paint. And maybe I sense, there's a time constraint here with you guys, 11 to 12 noon Pacific Standard Time. Entirely possible. So I'm not just aimlessly throwing paint down, because I'm trying to control the colors here, and I don't want to just have a big mush. But again, a mush could be what really a wonderful thing. It really could be. But I guess for me, my thoughts at the moment, and you can change your mind, believe me, at this moment, I'm sensing I need to be a little more, I guess, accurate to some degree on a just sort of a push and pull on a limited scope, I suppose. Okay, limited accuracy. I don't know. Okay, here's the legs. Let's get the legs. Okay, that's halfway decent. Also, sometimes when you do something and you're painting it, you can, if it's starting to look good, then don't belabor it. You can just let it be, let it stay there. You don't have to keep pushing it around, pushing the paint around. You can just let it be. Move on. Maybe come back to it if it really asks for it later on. Fix it. But a lot of times that little first or your first approach could be the thing that works. Okay, there's his hand over there. I got to see. I put the hat up too high, so hat needs to be over there, I suppose. So we'll just have to wipe that hat off. And we take a paper towel and you just wipe it away. Again, this is not an accurate. I got the guy off to the right a little more than I need to, or should have. But we're going to go with it anyway. Okay, so we wipe that off. Put in the background again. Redo the background. Maybe blend it just a tad bit with the rest of the background. Maybe you don't have to, but maybe we're doing it. I mean, we are doing it. Maybe you don't necessarily have to. A lot of times you start thinking that you have to, and then next thing you know, you're spending all day, fiddling with the background stuff in the background, and as I am doing now, and that many times is not doing you any good. But we don't necessarily know that, or one does not know that right off the bat. But at least I want to be in that. I want to present that as a thought for you all, that there could be more to a painting than having it all perfect. Perfectly, though I'm doing it right now. I'm doing the background. We have a tendency to do that. We all do. That's why I always bring it up. That we have this tendency to do just that. And I guess it's just the perfection gene that we all have. Even myself, Mr. Let's Paint, I have that problem to some degree. Though I kind of gave up. At least I remind myself ultimately that one does not need to pursue that as much as one would or does. But again, the suggestion is the real secret here, guys. So that's where I'm coming from, what I'm trying to point out to you all. Okay, let's go ahead and get the hat. Some silly hat. That hat looks like a hat from Germany. At least the hat that I'm seeing that he's got right there. It's got to be a connection there, that kind of hat that the Matadors wear. It looks like one of those Lederhosen German, Swiss Alps kind of deal. There's got to be a connection. There's got to be. Just gots to. And Okay, let's go back to the face. I'm gonna get some hair up there. What's kind of unique, interesting about this guy is that he looks like a white guy, like a real white guy. He doesn't look like a Spaniard in any way, though he may very well be. May very well be a Spaniard. Okay, well, we'll come back and fix these, the body, the structure. Just kind of putting in some of the elements here. 818-528-4516 is the number. If you have any questions about painting, I might be able to answer them. Just maybe. Maybe not. Okay, I'm going to put it in the Spain in there. Okay, here we go. Usually I do the lettering at the very, very end, but I think in this, sometimes, it's good to kind of maybe, in this case, not going to hurt to go ahead and put it in now. Don't worry if it's screwing up. Don't worry if the lettering is going crazy. It's okay. Come back and maybe fix it. Maybe you got to start all over again. That's all could happen. Could happen. There's an A. It kind of has the lettering has sort of a broken, so broken up. It's not a solid. Okay. Spain. All right, we kind of got the lettering there. It's close enough. Excuse me. Does the job. Does the job. I'll fix that little line there. That was kind of a mistake, if you will. There we go. Okay, let's take a call here on the program. Hello, caller. You're on Let's Paint TV.
Hey, Mr. Let's Paint TV.
What's going on?
I just had a couple of questions about painting.
Okay, sure.
So what is paint exactly?
What is paint?
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of possibilities here. I'm using oil paint, though. It's a pigment of some sort. A lot of times, I guess ultimately it's from the earth. Various elements, dirt and rocks. You smash them up and you get this various colors of sorts. Sometimes you get colors out of plants. Yeah, it's weird. What is paint? There's a lot of, what is life?
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel about paint. Like, there are all those alternative viewpoints about what paint could be similar. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a Well, it doesn't have to be something you get at the paint store. It could be coffee stains.
I guess it could be, couldn't it?
Well, yeah.
John, do you think a coffee stain could be paint?
I believe coffee stains could be paint. I believe.
I do.
Well, what's the canvas then? Is it your shirt? Is it your table?
Anything painted on could be canvas.
Yeah, it's really an endless thing. You know, if you open it up, if you open up your the possibilities, it is just immense. The possibilities that one might encounter when you accept the idea that paint could be anything.
That is very true.
Oh, jeez.
That's heavy.
Me to think about.
Yeah, that's pretty heavy stuff. I understand. You know, it might take a while. You might need to go walk around the block and think about that one. I mean, that's heavy duty stuff.
I'm probably going to go do that right now.
Me too.
Thanks for answering our question,
Okay.
Mr. Kunda. Very
good. Thanks for coming on to the program.
No problem.
Okay, you guys call anytime.
Okay.
All right.
Adios.
All right, bye-bye, guys. All right, there's our first call of the day, 818-528-4516, or Skype us at Let's Paint TV. Working on this painting here as we come to the top of the hour here on Let's Paint TV. We're here every day. Though usually if you come at exactly 11 o'clock, you'll probably be wondering what the hell's going on, because we are basically not really very productive. But once we get our coffee in, once we get our coffee in and get painting, we do get our mojo. We do get our mojo, and of course we do take your calls. Okay, so we're working on this painting here. Again, it is a little wonky, and that's okay. It's okay that it's wrong and that it's off. Just power through it. Power through it. Power 106 it, baby. All right, I'm going to put little doodads on here for the Matador, the little knickknackies that I'm kind of doing reverse on this. One might want to erase this and start all over with it, but I'm going to just go with the reverse psychology, if you will. Sometimes that needs to be done that way, so that what you're doing doesn't become just a rudimentary continuation of the norm. You know, sometimes it's good to kind of almost like really do the wrong thing with the paint and say to yourself, well, geez, okay, I went the wrong way here with the paint, but is it looking nice anyway? You know, could it be okay? Could it sustain itself for what it is and become something else, as opposed to just being a machine, you yourself being a machine, a cog in the in the creative process, and not materialize anything more than more muck, run amok, which is fine. You know, who's to say what is running amok? What is good? What is bad? I don't know. But I know that you're not going to discover anything without taking the wrong turn in the process and doing some self-discovery. That is maybe against the conventional wisdom that has been enforced, implemented in your daily lives. How about that? All right, put that in your pipe. Okay, there's some doodads here. And again, suggestion, guys, that's really the secret here. It doesn't have to be exact. Make up your own little knickknacks. They could be the wrong knickknacks. Just put some knickknacks there. That's what we're doing. And again, we are not obligated to paint exactly what we're seeing. We are only getting a feeling, people. A feeling of what it's all about. Okay, there's the hat. Let's fix the hat a little bit. Okay, well, that's all roughly in good shape. Favorites. Favorites from Spain. Let's do that. I'm going to take my blue now because it's asking. I kind of needs a my phthalo blue. If I have some on my palette, that would be great. I think I pulled some off. And let's get some phthalo blue. Hit it up with a little bit of white here, guys. And let's go ahead and put that in there. Flamenco favorites. I said flamenco. No. Here's our F. F. Kind of an F. That's all right if it's wrong, if it doesn't spell right. Just kind of stay with it, guys. F-A. V. Okay, get some refuel. O. R. I. Whoops. Got to refuel, I guess. I. T. T. T-E-S. E and S. Okay, and then from. From. Let me fix that S. Kind of not getting the, you know, I'm not happy with it. You know what I mean? It's, I'm starting to get like, man, that's not right. Okay, favorites. From. That F's funky, huh? That's a funky F. It's all right, though. It's all right. Doesn't make sense. You know, when someone says, you know, when they say they want to be criticizing what you're doing, they go, oh, that does not make sense. Does not make sense, you know? Yeah, I'm probably covering everything up. You can't even see. But you know what you got to say to them is say, well, your response is, well, does your life make sense? You know, or that my life doesn't make sense, so hence my art does not make sense. You know, I'm being true to who I am. Just a thought. I don't know. I don't know if that's really going to work for you, but sometimes it's good to throw those ideas across that might not seem initially correct, but they definitely could. Okay, I'm still, I guess I ran out of the blue. Is that what it is? Okay, that's, we got the gist, yeah? I mean, that's basically what the deal is here. We're almost done. Let me continue on down below with some more lettering. I got to do the face. Let's do the face before we get back to that lettering. He's kind of smiling. There you go. And give him some eyeballs and an ear. And I might just leave it as simple as that, you know, guys. Don't belabor it. Particularly a painting this small and for the context of what we're trying to do, which is, I'm not really sure what the context is always. But there's sort of a comical feel to what we're doing here, maybe. I don't know if it's comical. But there's a freedom when you have that option. Okay, Gold Award Records. That didn't work very well. That's okay. Just keep it as a suggestion. Pure golden vinyl. All right, that worked out pretty good. All right, we're coming down to the top of the hour. Almost done, guys. Thanks for being here. I'm going to just finish up the lettering here and we can call it a day. Okay, Nestor Armoral and his Continentals. Oh my God, I didn't even recognize that that's what this record was about. Nestor. That's a great name, Nestor. Gonna name my kids Nestor. Nestor and Mortimer. Two names that no one really uses, I don't think, anymore. Okay, that kind of messy, didn't not as clean lettering as I wanted, but that's all right. You know what? I'm noticing the head could be a little shorter. There you go. Now give him an ear. So that's sometimes that you learn about the image by, again, working all over and then coming back to it. You know, something tells you to fix it. All right, well, I'm just going to put a little doodad on the left here on this thing, and then we'll be done. Thanks again, everybody. High fidelity. Let's see. Okay, that is about it, I guess. All right, that will be it for us here today. Keep it fresh. Keep it fresh, guys. Here in the neighborhood. I'm Mr. Let's Paint. Thanks again for being here. We'll see you again tomorrow on Let's Paint TV. Bye-bye, everybody.